Well, hello. This is Leon Matthews with Rez Ramblings, and I just want to take this opportunity to say hello. And I guess the thing that's I started this because I believe that we need to have a voice, but even more than that, we need to develop thought. And this is the first of hopefully many ideas of you know, what it is to live on a reservation. And it's called Rez Ramblings because, you know, I get to just ramble, and I thought, you know, it's a great way to share information and to share what's going on. And there's a foundation here though, and there's a term called dakushkanshkan, and they say dakushkanshkan wakan, the sacred mover. And it all begins from that point, because the great mover is actually the creator, and the creator that I talk about is the God that is above nothing. And in order to actually have something, you have to have nothing. And so it's kind of an idea where here's this God that is above everything, that there was nothing before there was something. And so there was no heavens, no earth, and no skies, nothing. There was void. And that to grasp that idea is almost too big and just monumental. I mean, we can't even imagine nothing. And then to imagine a God that is above nothing is even more powerful. So, you know, I start with the premise of, you know, searching for what my ancestors sought for, which is dakushkanshkan, the sacred mover, the one that moved and created the heavens and the earth. And it's really awesome to understand what my ancestors understood, you know, with the idea of revelation, is that the Yahweh, who is the God of the Bible, has revealed himself through Scripture. And so taking that idea and understanding that Yahweh is so beyond our understanding that there was a point where he himself had to come to the earth. And so I believe in what Jesus Christ did on the cross. And it has nothing to do with me being white or me being you know, confused or just the whole idea of me being brainwashed. But I actually took this information that I received when I was between 8 and 12 years old, and I looked at it and I realized that the God whom I was searching for was Jesus Christ. And I did it as a young child, and it's not so unusual that children would grasp the message of the Bible, you know, of the New Testament. And it's not even unusual for a Lakota boy to understand that there was a calling on his life. And so, you know, we hear about, you know, Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse and, you know, these other religious leaders that had that calling on their life to become spiritual leaders. And not so much Crazy Horse as a spiritual leader, but he did great things at the age of 12, and he sought after people and he helped them. And so, you know, being a Lakota and being an Oglala is very meaningful to me, because, you know, I could live fully as an Oglala Lakota Muchasha, our man, and I can do that by following Jesus Christ. And it doesn't conflict. And a lot of people think that, you know, I mean, as a man, and how I find my identity is not in the beads or the feathers or the dress or the language, you know, but it's found in who my relatives are. And my relatives come mostly from the Oglala people, one of the 7 bands of Lakota. And so, you know, it's very important to understand that our identity is found in who our ancestors are, and it breaks down as we come. And it's like, and last week I saw a young lady who was telling me the story of her family, and they would tell her, "You go in because you look white," and I thought she looked Indian, but she had light skin, and it was really interesting because, I mean, she's Indian because of her ancestors. She might be part white, but still, I mean, she's connected to her Tioshbai, and they even, you know, they even tease and say, "Well, you look white, so you should go in." And but my identity is found in my ancestors, and I come from a great people. And one of the things that I love my family, that my father's brother's children are actually my siblings in the Lakota way, my brothers and my sisters. And one of them is Cindy, and of course there's Pearl, but you know, Felicia and Raymond and Tom, you know, these are my relatives. But the cool thing is when I start to understand that these are actually my siblings, and we come from a one woman who actually came from the Sitting Bull family, the Tioshbai. So he is one of our ancestors, and it's very powerful. And on the other side, I come from the Red Shirts and the Martins, and you know, and I'm very proud to know who I am as a Lakota man. And you know, I hope that someday I will live an honorable life for my relatives, and continue to serve and continue to care for people. And it's a very difficult thing. I mean, you don't have to, you know, it's just caring for others. And one of the things that I like to share with people is you have to have a code. If you're going to live in this world and you want to do good, you have to have a code. And there are different codes down through the ages, but the code that I like to live by is the one that Jesus set in order. And we can call them commandments or rules or whatever, but the first rule is to love God, love Yahweh, love Dakushkashka with your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And the point is not to look for neighbors, but the point is to be a good neighbor and to love people passionately. And I think that when you do that, you're able to live in a balanced life. And you have to be able to balance those things. So this is Leon Matthews on June 12th, Monday, June 12th, 2011. And welcome to Rez Ramblings, and I hope that we're going to have a lot more people, you know, tuning in and checking out my rambles. And this is actually the man cave, serves as an office, and I have a computer, and I have my Broncos here, and you know, my Bronco banner because I'm a Bronco fan, and have some other things that Keeley Radio has awarded me and different things. But I hope to be sharing a lot more to you as we go along, and we develop the voices of Pine Ridge and Rez Ramblings. So have a great day, and get out there and visit people, engage humanity. Thank you.